Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain what is mean by a variable. A variable with a conceptual terms is nothing but a something like a placeholder which holds something for a period of time. When I say I have some value, this is my value. I want to store it somewhere. What I can do is I can just assign to something else. Now that this particular value will get stored in this particular variable. So this is my variable and this is my value. If you want to store this value to a variable, you can assign this particular value to any variable. I'll give you an example so that you'll be getting a pretty much clear clarity. For example, I have a number called 9821568739210. So this is a huge number I have, and I have to perform so and so operations using this number. Imagine I want to multiply this entire thing with 2. So I'll be having so and so result. Okay. Now this time I want to do some division using the same number. For example, 9821568739210. This time divided by 7, and the result would be something else. This time I want to perform some other operation using the same number again. 9821568739210 modulus 8. So the answer would be something else. Just imagine how tedious this task would be, as we are having 3, 3, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is a total of 13 digit number, and we are performing different type of operations, different type of arithmetic operations using the same number again and again and again. Imagine how tedious it would be. Instead, what if I say there would be a better idea to do such kind of operations? That is nothing but using a variable. If we can use variable, we can do such kind of calculations pretty much simpler. For example, uh, I'm just assigning that 13 digit number to a variable called x. So imagine this is the number 298137186189803. Imagine this is the number that we have chosen earlier, and instead of repeating the same operations with the same number, with the same huge number again and again, I just assign the same 13 digit number to a variable called x. Now, whatever the operations that I need, I will perform using this particular variable, that is x. Imagine I want to multiply this huge digit 13 digit number with 2. What I can do is I'll simply, instead of multiplying this entire number with 2, I can do this thing like 2 multiplied by x. So I'll be having so and so result. Now I want to divide it. So 2 divided by this 13 digit huge number. Instead of 13 digit huge number, I can simply write x. So my result would be so and so. Now I want to do some exponential things. For example, x to the power of 2. So instead of writing this entire 13 digit number again, what I can do is I can just simply write x to the power of 2. So the answer would be something else. So likewise, we can use variables to perform huge operations pretty much simply. So this is the use case of a variable, and this is a theoretical concept. Now let's jump back to this hands-on session where I'll be explaining the real use case of a variable. Imagine I have a data like three, I mean, okay, I'm just printing something 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Imagine this is my huge number. Now I want to perform some operation with 2. If I press Ctrl S, the file has got saved. Now if I run this, now this is my output. Okay, this is perfectly fine. Now if I want to perform some other operation like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but this time not multiplication but division, that is divided by 2. If I run it again, see here, it is giving me some different output. This is okay, but instead of writing the same number again and again, what I would suggest is, I would suggest you to assign the same number to a variable. What I mean to say is, I just want you to assign, I just want you to create a new variable that is x equal to, now you just pass this number to this variable that is like this. So x equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, instead of using the same huge number again and again, what you can do is you can just simply call x, like x multiplied by 2. Now, see here. So, the same result that I have got using a huge digit number, now this time I have got the same result, but just by just using this same simple variable that is x. Now I can also perform many different tasks like x divided by 2. See here, the same result. Earlier that I have got using the same huge digit number, but this time I have only used a simple variable that is x. So this is the real use case of a variable. This is not only limited to the numbers, you can also assign any texts also. For example, I want to use this particular word that is greetings. So I want to, greetings is a pretty much common word that you can use in any letter that you write. For example, if you are writing, or if you are actually writing to any, maybe if you are writing to your boss, so what do? You just use this like, hi, Richard, greetings. This is John, something like that. You just use this thing. So in whatever the letter you write, you just have to use this particular word that is greeting. So it is a pretty much most common word that you use in every letter that you write. So instead of writing the same word that is greetings every time, what you can do is you can just assign this particular thing that is greetings to a simple variable that is x. Now, what I can do is I can just simply use hi, Richard. Now, I'll just use this plus operator. After that, I'm just using this x. But before that, I just want to use some space here just to maintain a space. Okay. Now I'm just saving it. If I press enter, then see this. Hi, Richard. Greetings. So instead of writing the same word again and again, what we can do is we can just simply use a variable that is x. It's pretty much simpler to use or to perform the same operation, but using a simpler variable that is x. And one more thing, uh, this is the most like important thing. For example, here I have used x is equal to greetings. Earlier, I have used x is equal to so and so number. But if you print the x, for example, I want to know what is the value of my x. I'm just printing it. See here. the value of the x is nothing but the greetings. So earlier I have assigned my x with the value that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now this time, if I print x again, I have got the value as greetings. Instead of a number, it has printed me some text, because here, after assigning a number to my variable x, I have again assigned some particular text, which is nothing but a string, to my variable x again. So this time, always Python considers the recently or currently assigned variables, or Python always treats the variable as a fresh one. Like when I say fresh, it will only consider the value which was recently assigned. I mean to say, for example, here I have assigned x is equal to 10. Later, I perform some operations like x divided by 2, and the result would be 10 divided by 2. The result would be 5. After that, again, I have assigned my variable x with some other different thing, maybe uh, 11 a.m. So this is a kind of string that I have assigned to my x. Now, when you try to print x, the output would be not this 10, but it would print 11 a.m. because this 11 a.m. is recently assigned to the variable that is x. This was the earlier assigned value. Now, when we have two or more or one or more assigned variables, then Python will only consider the recently assigned variable. That is, recently assigned value for x is nothing but 11 a.m. This was earlier assigned. This is earlier assigned, and this was recently assigned. So this is recently assigned, and this was earlier assigned. Python will always choose recently assigned value for their variables, and it will print 11 a.m. as the output. So this would be the output. I'll show you. See, I'm just assigning y equal to 10. If I print what is y, see here. Now the value of y is 10. Perfect. Now I want to assign y with some other value. This time maybe some text. Hi buddy. So this is my text. I want to assign it to the variable that is y. Now if I print y, this time Python won't consider the value 10 because this was previously assigned. But again, it considers the value hi buddy because this was the recently assigned value. So if I press Ctrl S and if I run this, the value of y is nothing but hi buddy because this was the recently assigned value. So that's how variable works.